Um, I'm delighted to be here this evening because I want to talk about We Love Noni. Um, and we truly do love Noni. Um, the Noni fruit, I got my first taste of Noni in 1999. That's 27 years ago. It's over a quarter of a century since I got my first taste of Noni. A very important date for Noni and the Noni world was in 2003. The most important date uh, is, in fact, 2003 because something very positive happened, and that was the European Food Safety Authorities, which are the strictest regulatory authorities in the world. They gave Noni a green light for being safe. So when people ask me, as they regularly do, what benefit am I going to get from Noni? That's actually question number two. Question number one should be, is it safe? And what the point I'm making is that the European Food Safety Authorities, they said it is safe. It's not We Love Noni saying it's safe. It's not Tim with the passion I have for Noni saying it's safe, but it's the European Food Safety Authorities, which are the strictest regulatory authorities in the world. So the first thing we want to put your mind at ease about is that it is safe. Now it's my job uh, to tell you why Noni is not part of my supplement purchase every month. It's part of my food. So I don't look on Noni as a supplement. I look on it as a vital and essential food to nourish my body. And I with great pleasure, this evening share with you that this food has 200 different ingredients. So it is packed with vitamins and minerals and amino acids and essential fatty acids. It's a treasure chest full of beneficial compounds. So it's part of my vital food intake every day. I don't think of it as something that supplements my diet. I think of it as something that is a vital part of my food intake. So, to concentrate for a short while on two root causes of people's bodies letting them down. Let me explain a little bit. When your mother gave you a present of a physical body, today there is not any cells in your body that your mother gave you. So you have, with the food you have been eating and with what you've put into your body, you have rebuilt and replaced these cells in your body. So there's not one single cell in your body now that your mother gave you. And the point I'm making is that there are two root causes of disease. One is deficiency. Think of your body as an enormous jigsaw puzzle, which it really is. And your body disposes of worn out cells on a daily basis. It disposes of cells that are no longer serving it, and it tries to rebuild and replace them. But does it have all the vital elements to do so? This is why we are so excited about Noni as a food, providing such vital minerals and vitamins and compounds to support the rebuilding of your body. So there, I mentioned that there was two root causes of disease. Deficiency is one. If your body is missing vital elements, then it cannot make a complete jigsaw puzzle. The second thing is toxicity. that when we are eating foods, sometimes they're contaminated. Sometimes we take into our bodies things that are not going to serve it well. And how do we drive them out of our body? When we take a food like noni, that is so rich and so full of vital elements, the way to drive bad out of your body is to put good into your body. So good in drives bad out. That's how you get rid of toxicity. It is a regular question that people are asking me. How do I detox my body? Well, actually, the only efficient way is to put vitamin and mineral enriched food in that attaches itself to these compounds that are not good for you and taking them out. I will explain later some of the vital elements in the noni that go into your body. But I must clarify something that is a vital point. Here is a lemon, and here's glass. Now I'm going to squeeze the lemon here. And what have I got inside in the glass now? You watch me squeeze the lemon in here. So now I have lemon juice. Now I have lemon juice. This is 100% lemon juice. You saw me squeeze it into the glass. Well, if that were noni, it would be completely bankrupt of the benefit that your body is needing. Why? If that is lemon juice, what is this? This is the whole lemon that I put in the blender. So the real benefit in the lemon is in the fruit. It is in the fiber. It is in the white part here between the skin. So it is exactly the same in the noni. So we love noni as the distinction that it is noni puree. So all over the internet, I see noni juice, noni juice, noni juice. This is noni puree. And the distinction is vital for the conversation we want to have this evening because of I am going to spend some time talking about the vital importance of fibers. Fibers. So the lemon juice here has no fiber. This lemon juice has all the fiber because I put the entire thing in the blender. So when we love noni, when they make your wheel of noni, it contains vital elements like the skin. There is a principle in nutrition. This principle is very strong. It is that like goes to like. I'll say that slowly for the interpreters. Like the skin, like goes to like. It goes to our skin. There are vital elements in the skin of the noni. You have heard of them lots of times. They're called essential fats. They're called omega 3 and omega 6. And they're in the skin. They're actually not in the juice, they're in the skin. So the skin has omega 3. If you were building a house and you had concrete blocks and you ran out of cement keeps the blocks together. Would you consider cement an option or would you consider it essential? Well, omega 3 and omega 6 are called essential fats because it's not because they are an option. They're called essential because they are essential. And when you drink wheel of noni, you get the benefit of the essential fats. What I want to spend more time talking about this evening is fibers. Fibers. So, first of all, they put the noni skin and the fiber. And how are they available to your body? They are available to your body because we love noni is fermented. They ferment. What is fermentation? Fermentation is a vital process of how your body breaks food down. For what purpose? Why does your body need to make it more available? So, where your body does that, the final stage of fermentation in the human body is called the gut microbiome. The gut microbiome. So the noni fiber, when we talk about noni fiber, there is 6 different noni fibers. There, there is soluble fibers and insoluble fibers. So there is very important distinction in the action of these fibers. Soluble fibers are ones that break down in the small intestine, they go into your blood and they behave like a sponge. They actually cause um, they go into your blood and they behave like a sponge. They attach themselves to bad fats in your blood and they go back to the liver and the liver removes them. So the soluble fibers in noni are acting as a real good detoxer in that they attach themselves to bad fats, they attach themselves to surplus sugars, and they take them, they go into the liver, and the liver removes them. Now, it is the insoluble ones that I want to talk to you about more this evening. So we have pectin, we have cellulose, we have inulin, we have fructooligosaccharides, we've hemicellulite, and we have lignin. So these are 6 different fibers that play a vital role in in the gut microbiome, in the part of your body which has a vital building blocks. So Miranda citrifolia, which is what is the scientific name for the noni, is a powerhouse. Using when we use the puree and the skin, we maximize. The juice is not going to maximize. It hasn't got the essential fats. It hasn't got all the fibers that I've mentioned to you. They're just not in noni juice. They're in we love noni because it is the fermented breaking down of these vital elements. These are what we call antioxidants. They are antioxidants have an anti-inflammatory. So when we think of arthritis and we think of the terrible things that afflict our lovely families, we think of heart disease is a form of inflammation. Arthritis is a form of inflammation. Dementia is a form of inflammation, and I have some very interesting science to share with you about the biggest fear. Cancer should fear people, and heart disease should fear them more than dementia. But the scientific studies and surveys reveal that the biggest fear that people have is dementia. And I have very, very good news. I'm going to share some science with you this evening from King's College, which got a gold standard award for their studies on dementia. And I have very good news about ingredients in the noni puree, in the noni fiber in particular. So when we when noni is absorbed in our large intestine, in our gut microbiome, it produces a very interesting thing called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is an antioxidant. Nitric oxide, would you, if you went into PubMed, that's the National Library of Medicine, and you put in nitric oxide, you will get an amazing surprise. There is over 200,000 studies showing that nitric oxide benefits your body in different ways, in a diversity of ways. And there's actually 54 studies, 54 studies, not five, not four, but 54 studies showing that the puree in the noni, a lot of them emphasize that it's fermented noni. On the National Library of Medicine, in the last 5 years, there's great emphasis on the benefits of fermenting noni. So when we think of fermentation, we think of a process that helps your body to dismantle the benefits of food and to receive these antioxidants. So one of the powerful things of nitric oxide is that it causes blood vessels that are constricted to relax, called dilation. So when your cardiovascular system is all uptight, blood circulation is restricted. And when we take our noni juice and when it hits our gut microbiome, it produces this powerful thing called nitric oxide. And nitric oxide helps your blood vessels to relax. Think of the blood being under pressure going up into your brain. And think of the blood vessels relaxing, allowing more blood flow, allowing more oxygenated blood into your brain. This is vital for mental clarity. This is vital for brain health to get adequate oxygenated blood delivered by the dilation of the blood vessels. So this reduces the risk of heart disease. It reduces the risk of heart attacks. It improves exercise performance. That is why noni is so popular with athletes. I have worked with several athletes. In fact, I could post on the noni the private Facebook, I could post a famous athlete that ran 100 marathons. He got up every day and ran 100 marathons. And he often speaks about being so fond of, I gave him the noni to help him with his endurance. Imagine getting up every day and doing a marathon for 100 days. And the guy that did that, he broke 4 world records. He is very, very fond of noni. He shares noni with his family and his friends. So it improves performance. It helps with wound healing. Nitric oxide is well documented for helping our bodies to fight infections. These are all incredibly beneficial reasons why we should drink our noni on a daily basis. And one of the big factors, it's very well documented in the scientific literature that the consumption of this enables our body to fight inflammation. So our body is constantly fighting. And your body is like a castle. It has a defense mechanism. So the king of that castle would instruct the soldiers that protect him to guard the entrances to the body, the entrances to the castle. So that is just like the entrances to the human body. So our defense mechanism protects us. Our eyes has a protection, our mouth has a protection, and nitric oxide enables us to have a smarter and a stronger immune system. That is so important, that the noni helps our immune system to be stronger, and it helps our immune system to be more intelligent. There's a beautiful story in Ireland, and it's over 1,000 years old, and it's about a famous person in Ireland. I'm very sorry about the translation. The people will probably find it hard. His name was Finn McCool. And Finn McCool is famous in Ireland because it's an Irish story, and I'm sure in your country as well. When people tell ancient stories, it's hard to relate to them. But this guy is famous. Finn McCool is famous in Ireland for catching a salmon, and he's famous with the connection between the salmon of knowledge. The salmon of knowledge. So Noni has that vital omega 3 and omega 6. And we don't have to worry about the terrible contaminants that are in fish, because there is very serious contaminants called PCBs. These are microplastics, and there's very heavy metal toxification in large fish. So, the skin of the noni has that vital omega 3 and omega 6, nourishing your body and nourishing your brain. Omega 3 is associated with brain health, and people who drink noni often experience that their skin improves. And on that front, Noni has a fantastic new product coming that really, really has got amazing benefits for your skin. So, to continue to explain to you that nitric oxide is also linked with the reduction of pain. What a vital point to remember. Now, I want to talk really a little bit more about the fibers fermenting in your gut microbiome. So when you eat food and it goes down through your digestion system, you chew it and you add enzymes to it, and your tummy adds acid to it. Your body is doing the best it can to break food down. And there's a big, long, small intestine that squeezes the food, called peristalsis, trying to break the food down. And it's the food that survives all those things unbroken that enters your gut microbiome, the large intestine, where it goes through the fermentation. Why or how is it hugely enhanced when we drink or we love noni? Because we love noni is already fermented. It is safe, and it aids the body with the breaking down of nutrients, helping your body not to be deficient. As we age, our digestion system is not as efficient as we'd like it to be. So there is a lot of evidence that taking fermented food enhances the gut microbiome. The entire factory for making the vital elements that influence your brain, the hormones, these neurotransmitters, um, we have lots of evidence that the fermented noni assists our production of things like serotonin and melatonin, helping us to sleep. Serotonin is helping us to be happy. These endorphins are all interconnected and interrelated, and the fermenting of the noni insists us, our brain, with 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 mental clarity, so these are vital processes that are only going to happen with the fiber. So what happens when we drink the noni? When it's already fermented, we have probiotics and we have prebiotics. So probiotics are absorbed easily by our small intestine, but it's the prebiotics that are created by the fermentation process. So if you go into a health shop and you ask them for a probiotic, it could cost 60 to 65 euros for a good probiotic. And imagine you're getting that in your wheel of noni. You're getting probiotics. But probiotics fail in significance as comparison to prebiotics. So when we drink our noni and it has the fiber in it, the fiber goes in to our large intestine, and there are fibers like fructooligosaccharides. Again, I'll say that slowly. It's a long word for the translators. Fructo just means fruit. Oli means particular ones. And saccharides are sugars that occur naturally in the noni. So these vital compounds, these particular ones, the oli part, are particular ones. And there are particular, they're sometimes referred to as iridoids. There are particular ones in the fructooligosaccharides and in the inulin in particular. And I will put up on, I will get Esther to help me to put up this information for you guys to look at later. I will put up a snapshot showing you the evidence why a famous scientist called Professor Mary Loughran, and I will share this information with you. She is saying that inulin in the fiber of the noni, fructooligosaccharides in the fiber of the noni, that it helps to alleviate mental fogginess and mental cloudiness from early stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. So this is an amazing development in the scientific world, that compounds in your noni that occur naturally are made available to you because of the fermentation. And the fermentation assists your gut microbiome, which has your vagus nerve that transports these wonderful compounds all the way from your gut up into your brain, passing right through the blood-brain barrier, infusing into your brain compounds that are vital for your mental protection. Isn't that phenomenal? And we have the science. We have the science. So these vital fibers benefit you enormously. And it is the diversity of them. It's not just one fiber. Now, people living in Holland might have particular likes and dislikes. People living in Poland might have different likes and dislikes, and the people in Switzerland. The point I'm making is people living in different parts of the world have different tastes, and bacteria in your gut in different parts have different preferences. So these prebiotics, these vital prebiotics are vital part of creating things called short chain fatty acids. So these fibers, what is the importance of short chain fatty acids, or what on earth benefit do you get from them? Do you know, like if you ever saw a computer game where you had the things eating up, well, that's exactly what short chain fatty acids, which are created in the gut microbiome from butyrate. And we have the scientific material showing you that these fibers that I mentioned to you, they create butyrate, and butyrate creates in the trillions. In the trillions. So remember, I said earlier, you could pay 60 to 65 pounds for a good probiotic, but we will give you something that is a trillion times better. Now, To picture a million in your head is difficult. To picture a billion is practically impossible, but a trillion is out of reach. But would you believe that science tells us we have 100 trillion bacteria in our gut? And NONI creates an environment there that is clean and helping the body. These vital fibers, these insoluble ones, they are like a sweeping brush. They clean. Things that are clean work better. And the fibers in the noni play a vital role in maintaining moisture and maintaining um, good departure in the departure lounge part of your body. The part of your body that disposes of waste material is assisted to do so by the power of the fiber in the noni. But I must go back to the important part, which is the short chain fatty acids eating up inflammation. Inflammation is at the root cause of dementia. Inflammation is at the root cause of arthritis, at the root cause of heart disease. So we are helping you to furnish your body with the raw material that assists you in breaking down and eliminating. And actually, the science is even stronger than that. The science says that when we have inflammation in our body, that our body responds by producing some enzymes that do not serve you well. Namely, one is called COX-2, is a nasty enzyme that causes inflammation. And we have the science that the noni has compounds that block the production of these nasty enzymes that cause you discomfort and that cause you inflammation. And the science is very strong. The science is also strong that the fibers in the noni, the soluble ones, they go into your blood, they attach to the nasty fats in your blood, and they sponge like attach to them. And when it goes to the liver removes the bad fat and it reuses the cholesterol to help your body, to help your brain. These are vital compounds for your brain, for all your body, to stay free of inflammation. So the other thing that these fibers do, the fibers like inulin, is a vital part of weight management. These fibers are a vital part of attaching themselves to loose sugars in your body and helping your body to eliminate them. We have enormous testimonies on how noni juice helps people to regulate their sugar levels. And the science is very hard on that one. So I mentioned some of the soluble fibers like pectin. Pectin is a powerful antioxidant. It really helps gut health. It helps also with the production of the prebiotics. And then we have the cellulose, which is an insoluble one. This really helps the body to add bulk in the departure lounge. It's tragic. It's tragic how many people develop serious bowel disorders. And Noni is to help you to regulate. People often misunderstand that word. To regulate simply means if things are moving too slowly, it helps to speed it up. And if things are moving too fast, it helps to slow them down. So it helps your body to absorb all the vital foods, proteins, fibers, essential fats, which I mentioned already, which are in it. So it helps, cellulose helps the body to support bowel movement. And also, cellulose helps to strengthen gut health. We say gulty, a healthy gut, healthy body. We say change your gut microbiome favorably and you change your whole body. Your gut microbiome is the assembly factory for the rebuilding of your whole body. If your body is to rebuild muscles, if your body is to rebuild blood vessels, it has to get the raw material. And Noni is a very generous with all 200 components helping you to support gut microbiome, to support your digestion system, to support regulating your sugars. So it's a powerhouse of antioxidants, which help to make your immune system strong. Um, it also has these vital ingredients that helps with the production of collagen. Yes, there is the raw material that is assisting you to help you to make good skin. It's all in the wonderful jigsaw puzzle pieces that are incorporated in the noni. So it really helps. It really helps athletes to recover. Athletes are very excited. It speeds up the recovery. We have so many testimonies on noni doing that. So what I would love to emphasize is as we bring our little talk together, that that you understand the multiple variety of benefits. So I started by saying that it helped our body with two serious things: deficiency and toxicity. So these are incredibly linked. When we put good in, it drives the bad out. Then I went on to stress the fact that Noni had a variety, and the king is the variety when it comes. We encourage people to have 30 different fibers in their body on a weekly basis. This is a very healthy practice. Imagine starting the day with having a drink of We Love Noni and getting six. Isn't that a nice start to the day? Getting six of the vital fibers that I have listed that are an incredible powerhouse. And I will promise that I will uh, post that clear picture about the combination of inulin and fructooligosaccharides enabling your body to produce for your brain the vital elements. And remember, I said that the skin goes like to like, and skin in the noni. And if you drink noni juice, you buy the copycat noni juice, there's no skin in it. If you buy the copycat noni juice, there is no fiber in it. So it's the fiber that is the magic that helps your gut microbiome to produce trillions, to furnish your gut with the necessary material for dismantling inflammation. What, what a wonderful ability that it has to help with that terrible thing that robs you and me of our families and our health, a thing called inflammation. Inflammation is connected with cancer. Inflammation is involved in arthritis. Inflammation is involved in heart disease. And I have given you several different aspects of the anti inflammatory power that is incorporated in the We Love Noni. Thank you very much for giving me your attention. I am going to leave our little chat on that positive note that you drink noni, get your 200 ingredients. You drink noni, you get a variety of 6 different fibers. You drink noni, and your skin will improve. your health will improve, and you will know why we have a smile on our face. We are so proud of loving Noni. That's why we call it We Love Noni. We are so proud of magical Noni because what we are hearing from people is pure magic. It's pure magic. I feel so proud of being a member of the family of promoting We Love Noni with confidence, knowing that people are getting all the benefits. Is one word. If you don't take it, you won't get the benefits. If you take it, you will get the difference. You will feel better, you will sleep better, and you will have more energy. Thank you. Thank you.